Hey there you guys, how you doing, and welcome to this, the first video of many by CNSX Gamers. My name is Cameron, also known as C-Note, and I'm a member of 3 to more friends that make up this channel. As for today, I'm here to bring you our playthrough of the illustrious title Alice the Madness Returns. Oh, also one final word before we begin. If you enjoy the gameplay, the commentary, or anything else, just make this first video and the others that follow it likes to get the series off to a golden start. If you don't feel this way, then troll people you don't like with the content. Just make sure you subscribe for more quality or not so good quality content either way. With this small talk out of the way, I believe it's about time that we begin this session, don't you? Spicy Horse? What do you mean Spicy Horse? How can we talk about Spicy Horse? I don't even know what the company is. EA we've heard of. There's American McGee game we've probably heard of, that company. Spicy Horse. My word. What, you want the audios onto subtitles? Alright, I'll put the subtitles on. What, you want it to look like a darker gameplay? Are you sure that's a good idea? Maybe our players won't be able to view it in the right light. Oh, with that said, I guess we better start the game. Household home? Or is that Hound Switch? You know what? Let's just get into this game and see how it progresses. The subtitles look interesting. Although it's quite hard to read from where I'm sitting halfway across the room. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Wonderful day. Oh, film's beginning.
Come now, Alice. It's only a dream.
It's not a dream, it's a memory. And it makes me sick.
Now, focus. Wait. You're floating again. Weightless. A cipher. Relax.
I'm in hell.
Forget it. Abandon that memory. It's unproductive. Go to Wonderland.
I can't. I'm trapped. My past.
Sergeant, this girl's badly burned. Call for a doctor. She'll be all right.
No, Alice. Discard that delusion. Forget it. Go to Wonderland.
I'd rather not, Doctor. My Wonderland's shattered. It's dead to me.
Your preference doesn't signify, girl. Now, Alice, where are you?
I'm sailing with a friend. It's different somehow. Things have changed.
Change is good. It's the first link in the chain of forgetting.
What's happening? Are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Rabbit,
That's not right. What's he doing?
is something wrong?
Something wrong?
No, not that.
Don't struggle, Alice. Let the new Wonderland emerge.
Corruption? It's killing me. Wonderland is destroyed. My mind is in ruins.
Forget it, Alice. Block that dream. Wake at the sound. There, Alice. Better now, aren't we?
My head's exploded and there's a steam hammer in my chest.
Yes, well, the cost of forgetting is high.
My memories make me vomit. What can I...
Remember other things.
I want to forget. Who would choose to be alone, imprisoned by their broken memories?
I'll set you free, Alice. Memory is a curse more often than a blessing.
So you've said many times, and...
And I will say again, the past must be paid for. Now, before our next session, collect those pills from our high street chemist.
Very well, Doctor.
It's my turn to forget, Alice.
Now, Charlie, your pa was hung for killing your ma who beat you. Let's forget that, shall we? The past is dead, Charlie.
Psychologists are very subtle, it seems, in Victorian times. I just want to say, before we really go any further there was so much I wanted to kind of... That was a very good cinematic for so many reasons. Firstly,
We're bloomers.
I didn't see any of that coming. So vivid, so graphical, cannibalistically ripping her face apart at the end there. The rabbit's face exploding. I was like, what the... I have watched that same cutscene 7-8 times before, and every time it still gets to me. I've had nightmares that weren't that graphical. It's just, whoa, kind of thing when you saw it. I was like, afterwards I was like, what are these gamers on? What kind of hallucinogenic could produce this kind of... I don't want to say the word that you know is on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to say madness. Oh, because that's what they want you to say. This game is set up so it's all going to be madness. But I did find it especially funny just there earlier when the psychologists were talking. They would say the price of forgetting will be exceptionally high. What psychologist have you ever encountered before that has never said, "Oh, don't worry, we're doing this for the good of you, for your sake, so that you can get better"? It's always, no, it's going to be very expensive to get rid of your problems. Exceptionally expensive. He even went over to her and said, go get some drugs, because we all know that drugs seem to solve everything. World peace would be more achievable if drugs was readily available. No.
Dream, perhaps.
Bloody Victorian nonsense. Portrait we went past over there. If you read the subtitles, you know Alice just hinted that the old professor had a crooked nose. Why has that child got an 8 on his shirt? And why is Alice so short-sighted that she can't read the sign she's probably gone past every day for the last few years of her life? I just don't understand it. There's a joke there saying Underground's under construction. Well, Alice got a long time to wait, because even nowadays the Underground's still under construction. So that's what beggars with olden days version of guitars look like. I'm thinking that child with the 8 on his chest is possibly a young Steven Gerrard. I mean, a friend of mine told me Steven Gerrard wears number 8, so I assume that was Steven Gerrard. That is one white cat, considering this is a very...
Hang off, missy.
dark game. Did that thug in the alleyway just use bad English to swear at me? That blood.
Hello, Puss. Puss. Don't be afraid.
I wish I'd gone back and had a proper look at those market stalls earlier. One looked like they were selling poison with tea. What the? Clearly Mungo the officer knows me. Ah, justice in the 1980s. Back when we didn't need paperwork. Or a reason to beat the hell out of some random stranger. Uh-oh. A very dark, shadowy alleyway.
Now, where is that cat gone?
And I've come out of it alive, unlike this pile of bones. Let's keep it moving, shall we, Ali? Honestly, why is that cat so white? There's meant to be like a dusty, smoky, poisonous city. How slim is that woman? That would be so appealing to the average anorexic girl. But just so you know, that is not healthy. And I think that women who starve themselves to anorexia, you're doing the wrong thing. A guy doesn't mind a woman who has flesh on her bone. You know, we don't mind a curvaceous woman. But when you starve yourself to being that thin, just because some dietary magazine told you, or because you read it in some book about teenage women, it's nonsense. Women should be able to eat the right things, but also maintain a healthy exercise diet. And that is what's appealing to a guy. Can't stand women where all that's left is stick and bone. Oh, good lord. That has got to be the strangest pervert I've ever seen. Oh my. Oh my. Alice is more popular with the cricket. The insect kind of man. Ah! My lord. That woman is scarier than all those cricket things combined. I mean, look at that nose. It's like it's designed for peeking into people's business. Could use it to cut open a letter.
Not really. Come along home then and look at my pigeons. Pretty birds. Like you. I don't think so.
That was definitely creepy when she suggested pretty birds.
I might recall where your mangy rabbit got to.
I would stay away from that woman, Alice.
Still a mess. No surprise. Her kin roasted like chestnuts right before her eyes. 10 years
How quaintly said.
asylum wasted everyone's time. Dr. Bumby won't do better. Still hauling out her questions. The fire, her memory. I deserve consideration, don't I? Who found her new clothes? Who got her a place at Bumby's? Where'd she be without me? On the street, selling her backside. Likes my pigeons, though. She's doled out the odd pound or two. But what I know is worth more than that. Kept her secret, haven't I? Heard her say, all died on my account, I couldn't save you. I've told her myself.
Alice is really unlucky. I mean, that old woman doesn't understand the meaning of charity. Her auntie basically abuses her trust in her. Her own lawyer stole her rabbit. How sad can you get? A lawyer is meant to be paid a lot of money and he steals a rabbit from Alice. That's just sad. I mean, and there's another question. How old is Alice? Said she spent 10 years in the asylum. I think Alice in Wonderland, in the original book she's 12 and that. So is she 22? Or am I wrong and she was 8 in the book and that makes her 18 now? Either way, certainly Alice has spent a lot longer in her Wonderland than most people would want. And if I was that psychiatrist,